Sorry. There we go. Testing 1, 2. Sorry. There we go. Testing 1, 2. The stream will probably be very choppy. If it is, there's an archive recording made that will be posted later, just in case. But we're going to go ahead and stream Friday short. I won't be able to stay on long, because y'all know I'm busy on Fridays. So, we're going to do a little short broadcast of GTA. And like I said, it may come in and out like a bad broadcast. That's just the situation right now. If it does, there's an archive. So I'm going to get started, and we'll get started real quick. Unfortunately, my archive is going to have a moment of silence there for a long time, because I haven't got its mic unmuted yet. Okay, I've explained to the taped audience the same thing I told y'all just now. And now we are going to get this started. And I'm going to play a closed session. Wait. Invite. There we go. We'll do an invite. I gotta get myself a whitey. I have to remember to plug my PS5 controller back up so it is good in charge for the next time I use it. Now I'm going to have to start having different days for different games. You know, my poor little Switch has been left in the dust since I've got the PS5. And I want to get back to games like Blasphemous and whatever else I was playing. I'm stuck in Blasphemous. And I don't know if you are hearing me in full or not on the online version, because I'm jidding and jiddling everywhere. And I've got a private video that I'm explaining the whole thing there. And I will post the private video soon, very soon. It was a private stream, private broadcast. Let's put those on. Ha ha ha! I'm just gonna laugh. Oh, there we go. We'll put those on. And there we go. Let's give her a jacket. Yeah, I'm just gonna laugh. There's nothing I can do about it. God can handle it. All these troublemakers around here. One of them got arrested. My mother told it, she read in the paper. That's one of the things they're arresting for. Now, the other thing they got him for was DUI and other things. But he was out making loud noises, and they got his ass. They ought to put them all in jail. You know what? I'd make that a 90-day jail sentence, up to 90 days. It would go anywhere from 10 to 90 days, depending on how many times. And every time they got caught, throw them 90 days back in the slammer when they hit the final, when they hit the final In other words, when they hit their final place, they spend 90 days in jail every time. When they get out and they get caught again, they can go back in for another 90 days. Since they like making their noise that much, they can pay a price for it.
Hey, what's happening with it, pimp? You know
but I don't make the city rules.
Hey, I know we ain't
but I think I am going to go down to
to
City Hall and address it one time.
Y'all just might make a perfect partnership.
I'm going to wait and see how this COVID crap goes.
And
how these restrictions and stuff go. And I'm going to go in there and speak before the House on it.
If that sound like...
About all this noise. And one of these days, if I don't see any results, I'll just run on it and pray people vote for me. Because there's other people that gets bothered by it too. It ain't just me. I'm not the only one. I'd say even these Mexican communities that they got over here that they build up for them. I'd say a lot of them don't like listening to it all the time. I say they don't appreciate when they're sitting there trying to watch television and all that and having to listen to all this bullshit all the time. I'm pretty sure they don't appreciate it. I'll speak for them too.
Where are we hanging out?
You know, like that little Mexican guy that was the DACA kid. He went over and spoke for that statue. I'm sure they don't appreciate it. Also, God-forsaken noise all the time. But it ain't gonna be God-forsaken long. Because I'm praying he deals with it. About a heart attack. That's funny. But I'm still gonna go speak before the House. Down here, the City Hall. I've decided. My mother went and spoke for that statue and the police. I'll go in there and speak for this noise. Speaking of noise, I got an old noisy vehicle myself here. I don't like old noisy vehicles. I ought to force them to put mufflers on them. The first time comes with a warning, the next time's come with tickets. And then they ought to eventually start putting them in jail when they don't fix it. First sentence 10, maybe the next time 30, maybe the next time 60, and then it eventually hits a 90-day cap. And every time they get arrested, after that cap, they get to serve 90 days in the county jail and do community service. That's what I'd do with them. Because they're public nuisances is what they are. There's no excuse for it. You know, they threatened my daddy one time, years ago. He was coming home from work and being all some schmuck had tore his exhaust pipe off and threw it up here in the freaking weeds up here, in these weeds up here that we now own. My mother found the freaking pipe when she was helping the old lady feed her cats. She used to help this old lady that lived up here feed the cats. So listen to this schmuck. I don't know if he's audible or not. I hope he's audible on my other one. He goes all the time. I know who he is. I could probably put a lawsuit against him. He owns a business right across the street. And you're not allowed to do that. You can sue big time in Georgia. He's putting his business at risk by being a public nuisance. He's been a public nuisance for years. I just sort of tolerated him because he was one. Now it's more than just him. You got a whole city full of rude assholes. I'm sure nobody likes listening to him. Dick! I bet you there'd be a lot of other people that agree with me that they should go to jail. I mean, it ain't like it's a big sentence anyway. What I was talking about, that's chump change. Even the 90 days would be chump change. It wouldn't be like a torturous sentence. An overstep of justice. Because it's a small amount of days. It's 3 months. 3 months in the county jail. I think there's a part in Snoop's song where he's thinking about 3 months in the county jail. One of Snoop's songs. I mean, I like people being able to do whatever they want to do. People shouldn't have to listen to that all the time. I will go to dress at the city hall, though. I'm going to. I've made up my mind. I'll do it even if I have to wear the freaking mask. Just to go in there one time and go out. I swear. It'd be worth it.
What are you talking about? I am at the gym.
And then if I don't start doing stuff, I'll just start running on it. And tell people you want it cleaned up, we're going to have to take over. Now, I can't do it alone. You'd have to have other people because they've got it set up where you got a panel here instead of a mayor. A council. So you'd have to have others that run too, but I'd be willing to do it. Well, I'd all get together and run against them. They're allowing all this God-forsaken noise. And I'm praying it ain't God-forsaken for long. I'm praying he acts against it. Because, you know, he ain't liking that. He said love your neighbor. That's not loving your neighbor. Aggravating your neighbors all the time, that's not love. That's not loving your neighbor. That's actually being cruel to your neighbor. And if you go read up on sound, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's not just a little innocent act. But I'm not going to mention it here on this. I think I have covered it in podcasts. It's a military tactic is what it is. Just go look it up. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's a military, FBI, CIA tactic.
Good to see you doing okay.
It should probably come with a big serious crime. If you really would. It probably should come with a 10-year prison sentence. For constant doers, breakers. But I just asked for something simple there. Something that wouldn't be an overstep of justice. But it really is a big deal if you look it up and you see what I'm talking about.
I'm carrying a bunch of sweet nothings in my pocket for a little pick-me-up.
It's a military tactic. It's literally a military tactic. It may be just military. This town voted 70-something% Trump. I wonder how many of them were Mexicans. You know, they say the Mexicans are about fed up with the Democrats. See, I don't know, because I was going to look for that when we went to see Pence. And I didn't see many Mexicans. I don't even know if I saw one. I was really hoping to see some. People think I'm some big bad racist. But I was wanting to see if we had some legal citizens here that loved their country. I know we got a bunch of illegals because they disappeared. And then the Dalton paper begged them to come back. But I don't know how many. You see, you don't know when you see a person that's Hispanic. You don't know whether they're legal or illegal. You can't just call them illegal because that would be unfair. You don't know it. You don't know who's legal and who's not. You can't just assume that person's illegal just because they're Hispanic. That'd be racist. Or that'd be prejudging them. So I was really hoping, I was thinking, well, if they're showing up to the Trump rally, chances are they're legal. But I don't remember seeing any. All I saw was old white people and some younger, their kids and grandkids. That's what I mostly seen. Their kids and grandkids and their children and their adult children, and I saw older people. The older white folks of Dalton is what I've seen. And then you've seen a lot of the outsiders too. the Trump supporters that were from outside. He saw them. This little mitester outside, he thinks he's such a big man. He's a coward. He's a freaking coward. He's sitting around in a car making all that freaking noise. He's just a coward. He's a little man. You know, Savage tells him, take a walk, little man. He's a little man with a little wanker. He's got an even tinier wanker than his size. And his balls, I bet Hitler's got big balls compared to him. Midgets have bigger balls than him. He's a coward. A freaking coward. A loser, too. He's a freaking loser. I think this music is giving me whiplash. I think my drive is giving me whiplash, and I was going to do something. And I got lost. I got it here in the country. I hate this country. Oh, God, I hit the wall. The rail. They've let aliens invade Fallout. I ain't been in Fallout this morning. I ran into some real person while I was in there. I kind of followed them around a little bit to see where he was going. But I eventually lost them. I don't see many real people. Every once in a while, though. And I can't turn on the real people in GTA because they're doing what I do, except they do them to real people, like I do the NPCs. And I've enjoyed some of it, even when they done it to me. But if I'm wanting to play, it's aggravating having to start my game over and over. So I just choose to go into the invite only. And I thought I seen an invite a while ago. It was green. I couldn't get it to pull up for whatever reason. Oh no, I'm going up the mountain. That's something that we're on the Rock channel. You know, that's what I really listen. I mean, I listen to some route, like some of the older stuff, like Double Dutch Bus and what was that other? Sugar Hill Gang, and Snoop. Whoa, he's got microscopic balls. Microscopic. He thinks it's brave to rattle somebody's house with a freaking radio. No, he's a schmuck. He's a child and he needs to grow up. He probably is just a little child. Go back to school, boy. Go back to school, boy. Little boy. Or retard one. Fucktard. That's what I was calling them yesterday. Fucktards. But I told God I was going to try to calm down today on the cussing. When I was watching Rodney last night and that guy, oh boy, he was preaching a really good sermon. I mean, really good. Moving mountains. Letting God be your financial, basically your daddy. You know, like there's people out there who goes out and gets some sugar daddies and sugar mamas. Letting God be your provider. Like he wanted a vehicle for his wife, and he couldn't afford it. And he just believed for it. And God worked him a way where there wasn't a way. He wanted a specific vehicle for his wife. So I told God last night, well, God, I'm sorry. I was trying to repent because I had a bad day yesterday. I mean, really bad. I was cussing these vermin. That's what they are, they're vermin. Anything that aggravates is a vermin. That's not I don't even know what they look like anyway. I can't see them. They're in freaking vehicles. He thinks he's a big man rattling my windows with a freaking radio. That don't take nothing. Little boy, you need to grow up, little boy. I hope he runs into this video later. He probably ain't watching it now. I don't get many watches. He needs to grow up. That's something children do. That's something children do, little boy. Little man. Little man. You know, Triple H and them did that too. In the Degeneration X, which is what's really happened to these people. They're degenerates. They're degenerate scum. I feel sorry for a lot of them that's actually raised that way. Because they wasn't raised at all. Their parent, like they didn't have a daddy that would pop his belt at them. And it finally took me to get 13 to realize he wasn't going to hit me. By the time I got 13, I already sort of learned what to do and what not to do. Now that don't mean I didn't get bad at times, and I still don't, because I give these heathen talk. And then I feel guilty about it later on. Especially if I'm trying to read the Bible or talk to God. I feel guilty about it later on. I already just look at it. He had this guy on one Sunday. And he said he come from the street. And if he has to, he'll still turn on his street talk. Now, I think he's in the Philippines, or was it Hawaii? It was Hawaii, I think. Hawaii. It might have been Hawaii, Philippines, whichever one it was. It's been a while back. And I loved his story. Because I taught that ghetto talk. That ghetto trash talk. The Snoop Dogg talk. The Dr. Dre talk. Like, I'll even hold their insults about the sucking and stuff, you know. Got 3 teeth in your mouth so that, you know what, it's got to fit. I'll even throw in insults like that. I don't tell them to suck me, I tell them to go suck one. But then I want to repent of that stuff because I feel like it's wrong, but yet I will talk the ghetto talk if I need to. And I find myself doing it all the time here. That's why I want out. I want to be in a place where you got respect. You might not be able to find that anymore. They degenerize these people.
We should chill sometime.
Well, it's going to be one of them streams where I just drive around. I'm probably going to have to get off here in a minute. Oh. I wasted my time. Let's see if I can find something to do.
Hey man, what's up? Hi.
Get out of my way, station wagon. I'm trying to pull over. I ain't heard from her assistant. Why haven't I heard from her assistant? I normally hear from her. Indie Rock. Hope I don't get the police on me. Let's see what we can find. See if I can find any kind of mission. Oh. No jobs. Wanted a map. Let's just call a taxi and see if he can take me somewhere. Or I can do something.
A cab has been dispatched. It'll be with you soon.
Well, they don't tell how long it'll take him for to get there. Oh, there he is. There he is. Let me wait for him to stop and blow. I was trying to get that. Let's see where we.
friend?
We'll go to
Enjoy your
her.
journey.
We'll go to her office.
Okay, no problem.
We'll go to her office for a minute. I'm probably gonna have to get out of here in a minute. Let's see what time it is. Let's see if I can pull my clock up. Oh, pause at 3:05. Yeah, I'll have to get off here in just a bit. I could probably push it closer to 4. I don't like doing that, so I'll get off probably before. I'll stay for a few more minutes. 'Cause I didn't get much fleeing yesterday. I had to fight all day, and I had to fight for an hour today. There's one of the hoes. There's 2 of the hoes. 3 of the hoes. 4 or 5 of the hoes. I got where I can't hardly find them. I've got a plan next time I have one.
My beautiful car.
Oh God! I love that. At least he's got the rock on too. I can't tell if it's Ford World Rocker, right? Doherty. Am I on fast? Yeah, I am on fast. Dang it. The guy's sick at his stomach. He's holding his stomach, or he's got something in his hand. I kind of can't wait to see 6. I'm gonna get 6 or PS5. It's a mission. She got 2 missions actually. Missile base. It may already be taken. We'll take 1 mission. And remember, there is an archive recording of this recording, just in case I need it. Be a while, cause oh, let me turn my mic off on the stream. I'm picking up. Hello, y'all. Hope y'all have a good Friday. Good weekend too. Okay, I actually did like that. I accidentally disliked it. I'll go back to free mode because I'm going to have to get out of here. I'll be back later. I don't know when. I'll be back soon. I want to call it quits for the videotape and the online audience on Twitch. And I'll be back real soon. She's out in the middle of nowhere. Let's get her back in her apartment. I think we will close, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll see y'all soon. Maybe she's already going back to her apartment. Yeah, she's back in her apartment. And I gotta get out of here. I really want to play more, but I shouldn't have fought with that all day. I probably should have just jumped on the Twitch on the Xbox and played this. I'll see y'all soon. Let me go ahead and get her ready. We'll go ahead and take her shower. Change her clothes. Have her ready for the next bout. I'll try to take some more missions next time. Even though I totally failed that one, I would have redid it. Don't turn your back on the wolf pack. You might wind up in a body bag. Okay, bye, tape audience. I should be still streaming. It's still recording. I'm just going to go ahead and cut the mic. And I'll be ready to cut this one soon, as soon as I put her to bed. I'll say bye to the tune-in audience as well. I don't know if there's any viewers today. I'm not seeing any. I can't see my clock, so I don't know. I got it on the mini bar.